Hello everybody, I am Gordon Yo. Today I will talk about 5 different hybrid armored fighting vehicles found in World of Tanks and History. VK30.01 (P) was a German prototype medium tank developed from 1937 to 1941 by Porsche. Only one or two turretless prototypes were produced in late October 1941 at Nibelungenwerk, Austria, before it was cancelled. The VK30.01P had a maximum of 80 millimeters of armor on its turret and a top speed of 60 kilometers an hour. Porsche intended to power VK3001P with petrol electric power drive system, which consisted of two air-cooled Porsche Type 100 engines and electric transmission by Steyr. The Ferdinand and Elephant were German tank destroyers active during the Second World War. After the initial order on 22 September 1942, the first Ferdinand was completed in 19 March 1943. About 50 surviving Ferdinand tank destroyers were converted to Elephant by the addition of an additional machine gun, a commander's cupola, thicker armor, wider tracks, and Zimmerit paste. Ferdinand or Elephant had a top speed of 30 kilometers an hour, a maximum of 200 millimeters of armor, and mounted a 8.8 centimeter PAK 43/2 L71 gun with one or two MG34 7.92 millimeter machine guns for the Elephant. Two Maybach HL 120 TRM petrol engines drove a Siemens Schuckert 500 VA generator which powered two electric motors by Siemens. Each of these electric motors which powered each rear sprockets generate 230 kilowatts. The Tiger P or VK4501(P) was a German heavy tank project made by Porsche during the Second World War. At least 5 complete Porsche Tiger P were built before the project was cancelled. These tanks were used for training and testing purposes in Dollersheim, Austria. 3 Tiger P were converted to armored recovery vehicles called Birch Panzer Tiger P from August to September 1943. One Tiger P with hull number 150013, turret number 003 was used in battle by Hauptmann Grillenberg on the Eastern Front in early to mid-1944 as a command tank. Tiger P had a maximum of at least 100 millimeters of armor on its hull and a top speed of approximately 35 kilometers an hour. Tiger P has a 8.8 centimeter KWK-36L56 gun and two MG34 7.92 millimeter machine guns. The Tiger P had two air-cooled Porsche 101/1 petrol engines at its rear, which powered electrical generators to power two electric motors, giving power to the tracks. The VK45.02P was an unsuccessful heavy tank project made by Porsche during the Second World War. There were 2 versions of this tank. VK45.02(P) Offs A, also known as Vorn, had a turret mounted at the front, and the VK45.02(P) Offs B, also known as Hintern, with a turret at the back. The development of these vehicles started in April 1942 but was never completed, and the first 50 turrets were mounted on the first Tiger II tanks. The VK4 5.02-P had a maximum of 120 millimeters of armor and a top speed of 38 kilometers an hour. It also had a 8.8 centimeter KWK-43 L71 gun and two MG34 7.92 millimeter machine guns. The VK4 5.02-P can be powered by an electric drive with Porsche Type 101/3 petrol engines for the Type 180A prototype, an electric drive with Porsche Type 101/4 diesel engine for the Type 180B prototype, and diesel or petrol engines with hydraulic drive options. The Panzer Kampfwagen 8 Maus is a prototype German super heavy tank made from 1943 to 1944. Two prototypes were completed, which consisted of V1 without a turret initially and V2 with a turret. The two prototypes did not fight during the war, and the Germans destroyed V2 with explosive charges at Hindenburgplatz in front of Bunker Maybach 1. After the war, a Soviet commander of armored and mechanized troops ordered the installation of the V2 turret to a V1 hull, where this only surviving Maus remains today at the Kubinka Tank Museum in Russia. The Panzer 8 Maus had a maximum of 220 millimeters of armor at the front of the turret and a maximum road speed of 20 kilometers an hour. Its armament consisted of a 128 millimeter KWK-44 L55 gun, a 75 mm KWK-44 L36.5 coaxial gun, and a MG34 7.92 mm coaxial machine gun. The Panzer 8 Maus was initially powered by a Daimler-Benz MB509 V12 petrol engine for the V1, and then a Daimler-Benz MB517 V12 diesel engine for the V2. These petrol-diesel engines drove an electrical generator, which powered electrical motors. Each 1.1 meter wide track used a contact shoe and connector link design format was to be driven by its own electric motor mounted within the upper rear area of each hull side.